Okay, this is a special reply video for Spats Bear and his blower. This is like a vintage 1950s woodworking shop. All vintage machinery. Vintage. 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 Original chuck. Modern. And this machine was like this when it was brand new. And these Grizzlies are supposed to be American made, but I was never too impressed with this. We got this, and it was kind of a disappointment. So I actually bought this one used and did restore it. I had to paint it. It was pretty ugly. And love the hard hat styling at the top. But the main thing of interest, of course, is the dust collector system, which was built from a magazine article. It's a cyclone style. And wanted to show blower unit on this, which is the identical one that Spats Bears got for his drying rack. I bought this for $40 well over 10 years ago. As you can see, I drilled and used the base and bolted it into the wall on a real heavy, thick piece of wood. And then there's actually a foam gasket in between the blower and the dust collector. But this is the same exact fan. It's just mounted on its side. And I'll give you a startup sound. The motor's got like surface rust on the motor. That's the way it was when I got it. It's strictly cosmetic. And yes, it is a Westinghouse motor. Has the same centrifugal switch. And the way this works is it sucks the sawdust down this pipe. It spins it around in this drum, which separates the sawdust from the air. The sawdust drops into a trash can, and then the air is simply piped outside. So it's very, very simple, and there's no filter needed. Once in a great while, if you're doing some heavy cleaning, you might blow a little sawdust outside. It's a fantastic system. I'll give you a startup sound again of the motor for Emerson Collie. I don't think I can get up here. I don't want to mess the ceiling up, but it is the exact same identical motor. And we used PVC, but we ran a ground wire through it to eliminate the danger of having an explosion from the sawdust. and it's separating itself inside the drum. When I shut it down, you should see the dust drop through this hose. I think what these blowers were actually meant for is for silos. The reason the fan blades look like they do is so that you could run grain through them. And you would blow the corn or whatever to the top of the silo, or if you had grain bins in your barn, you would blow the feed or whatever. It's a material handling fan, as opposed to like a furnace blower, which would clog up. And that's why the paddles are so large. Here's one more startup. So there's a blower that will last forever.